Hello and welcome back to my channel. I'm Sue, and if you're new here, I make content related to the fiber arts, mainly knitting and crocheting. But today I am going to be taking you on a tour of my yarn stash, as you can see from the title and the shameless display of my yarn. I've acquired quite a bit of yarn over the past few months in a relatively short amount of time, might I add. And I thought today would be a good day to get up close and personal with my yarn, take some inventory so that I know exactly what it is that I have. And so if a pattern takes my fancy, I can just make a quick reference to the spreadsheet I will be filling in with various info related to, again, my stash. Yeah, I just want to be able to have a quick frame of reference rather than having to dig through everything. And then finally, I will be organizing them into my yarn cupboard because they've just been languishing in the packages that they arrived in. So that's all we're going to be doing today. So get comfy because this one's going to be quite a long video. Okay, so first one, we have Kid Silk Mohair from Drops. These are the 4 colors I have them in. This is sage green or dark green. You're going to see a lot of green here. I think I'm in my green era. I've entered my green era, which my Gryffindor self is kicking me for because I am a Gryffindor. I still do like maroon. Is that the color maroon? Some sort of burgundy or maroon. But I'm in my green era at the moment. So if I have in mind to make a Harry Potter jumper and knit some scarves, but then it's going to look like I'm a Slytherin, which I'm not mad at, but you know. But anyway, on to more serious things. Yeah, this is a dark green. This color here is chalk. This color here is pistachio ice. I'm actually making the winter rain jumper at the moment. It's one of my whips. I spoke about it in my previous video, so you can check it out there. I'm holding it with a cotton merino, which I will show you in a minute. And then I got this lilac, Misty lilac color. I've noticed that they don't really write like the cute colors on the label. They write the color number in the dye lot, but they don't really write the cute numbers on there. The cute names on there. So this I'm taking from memory. So if it's wrong, I'll probably write the correct color on the screen. But so far, this is what I've got. Yep, they're from Drops. I am in love with Mohair. I've only knitted with this one. Like I said, this is my first whip with this, and it's fantastic. And I intend to knit so many more garments with this. Now, these come in 25 gram skeins, and the yardage or the length is 210 meters, so quite a long it's also 230 yards. Yeah, I'm probably going to keep this, I'm sticking to meters because that's typically what I use, but it's in 210, it's for 210 grams and 25 gram skeins. Now for each of these, I got these from the wool warehouse, and I bought 4 of these because at the time I had in mind to knit one particular jumper. I can't remember what it is, but I probably will make a pattern, my planned patterns. I'll make a planned pattern video, kind of. So I'll probably be talking about that then. But I bought this to hold with some finger and weight yarn, and I only needed 4 balls of this. So I only have 4 balls of these. But this, I bought 8 of each. So that would probably put me at something about 1,600 meters for each of these, and this admittedly less because it's in use at the moment. Yeah. My planned projects. Oh, and you'll see that I have some lilac yarn from Yarnsmiths, which I intend to pair with this. This don't really have much to do. I don't have anything planned at the moment. I did, but plans have changed. So again, I'll talk about that later. But for now, these are what I have. So they're going to go into the spreadsheet. It probably makes sense that I should do all the drops ones first, right? Okay, so I'll probably do that. This is the cotton merino I mentioned. This is great. It feels fantastic. It's a mixture, it's a blend of 50% wool, 50% cotton, and it's called cotton merino. This color that I have is pistachio ice, and I'm holding it with the pistachio ice mohair. They come in 50-gram skeins, and it is 110 meters. Yeah, I also got this from the Wool Warehouse, and I bought, can't check how many I have. Right, so I bought 10 of these. I've used 2 skeins so far on the winter rain jumper, and I've got 8 left at the moment. So hopefully, if it doesn't, if I don't use all of the yarn, like my stash at the moment on the entire jumper, I probably should have some left. But given the way it's going, I think I've finished the yoke. I'm about to split for sleeves, and I've only used 2 skeins of this. I'm about to finish the second skein of my cotton merino, and I'm halfway through my second ball of skein of mohair. So yeah, for what I'm getting, it's good quantity. I don't necessarily know the price, but that's something that you could probably check out Wool Warehouse. Okay, so that's what we got here. So on to the next one. We've got Drops Nepal. I never know how to pronounce it. Is it Nepal or Nepal? I say Nepal, but probably that's just my accent. But yeah, this is another one from Drops Nepal. It is a Aran. So on the website, on the Drops website, they have a DK/worsted, and then they have a Aran/worsted. So this is going to go into the Aran/worsted weight category. And yeah, this is the Drops Nepal. I actually have, take that from here. I have 2 colors of these. I have dark ivy. I think this is dark ivy or forest green. And this is white. Yeah, this is white. And this, I 100% know what I want to make with this. I am going to make the Key Sweater by Petite Knit. I'm just loving it. I did buy this to pair with the chalk mohair before, but I figured maybe not. So I just bought some more of I had quite a few of these. I think I bought about 8 skeins of these. And then I got the green in a separate purchase because I was like, let me make the Key Sweater. So I'm going to make it white and green. I'm 100% certain about that. So yeah, this is more on the Aran weight side. They come in 50-gram skeins, and the content is 65% wool and 35% alpaca, and they are 75 meters. So I have 10 skeins of this, and I have 4 skeins of the green yarn, and I have 10 of the white yarn. So I'm very, very, very much looking forward to making that sweater jumper. Yep. Okay, so next up we've got Drops Lima. Yay! I have these in 3 separate colors. Like I said, you're going to see a lot of green here. But yeah, I'm just loving the way green looks at the moment. But yeah, so I've got Drops Lima here, which is sage, and I've got white, and then this is Goldenrod, I think. Yeah. This is the DK version, I believe, of Drops Nepal, because it's also 65% wool and 35% alpaca. And this comes in these come in 50-gram skeins and are 100 meters. Now, the white of the Drops Lima, I'm pretty sure I didn't get off white. I got white, like actual white, because I think that's the only white that they have. But it looks so different from the Drops Nepal. Like, this feels more off-white, and this feels like a true white, like paper white. I don't know why this is, but, you know, as you do. Anyway, yeah, so these I actually got for accessories. I don't have jumper quantities of these. So I have 2 skeins of the green sage. I have 3 of the white, and then I have 5 skeins of the goldenrod. And admittedly, all these are for accessories. I'm definitely going to make some mittens out of the green, because I want some mittens for the winter. I need to get onto that, actually. I need some mittens for winter. But yeah, I only need 2 of these. I only need 2 skeins of the sage, and then 1, because it's going to be a colorwork mitten set, and then pair, sorry. And then I have 2 more white Limas, and so that would be for like the goldenrod one, which are also going to be a colorwork one. And then whatever is left over, I will use for the Sophie scarf by Petite Knit. Yeah. Now, for this yarn, this is Drops Alpaca. This is the only yarn that I actually purchased just 1 ball of, one skein of, because I just wanted to see what it was about, and kind of feel it out, because I had intended to make the waffle sweater, which I am obsessed with since when I felt the mohair, and I was like, oh my god, mohair, I need more mohair in my life. And so I saw the waffle sweater, which is supposed to be knit completely with mohair, but then I saw that people were using alpaca as well, like some finger and weight yarn to go along with it. So I bought this, and I wanted to try some other types of mohair. So I bought this just to see what it felt like. And I absolutely love it. But I'm still thinking about whether I'm going to buy more of this color or I'm going to change. So I'm going to, just leave it in the archives. Now, this is a finger and weight yarn. It is 100% alpaca. And it comes in 167 meters. The colorway, that I am not sure of. I'm not sure of at all. But I'll put it in the description below, I guess. But it's some sort of burgundy. And I got this to go with some burgundy maroon red type thing with some mohair I got from Wool Warehouse, the Yarnsmiths Merino. Mohair. So that's this one here. Next up, we've got Drops Fabel. Now this is a sock yarn. It is 75% wool and 25% polyamide. I use this to make some socks, which again, in my previous video, I talked about. I made the I'm So Basic socks patterned by Summer Lee. I made some ankle socks, love them. I paired them with the Yarnsmiths Merino sock. I changed colors with them. Anyway, you'll be able to see that on Instagram. I put a picture of it on Instagram. And I also talked about it in my previous video, so you can take a look at it over there. Now, not my favorite sock yarn. Not my favorite, but it's still great. Like when I blocked it, it became less... I don't like using the word rough, but rustic, that's the word. It's got quite a rustic feel. And for my socks, admittedly, I wouldn't want to have these as to have it feeling quite rustic. But again, once you block it, it kind of softens out. But knitting with it can be a bit I don't know the word. Not the most enjoyable experience, but good yarn nonetheless. I love the colorway. I just love how the colors come up. That I absolutely love. This is a berry color. Yeah, I'll put the name of the yarn, the one that they use on there, because they don't put, like I said, they only put the number and the dye lot. They don't use the cute numbers that they use, the cute names that they use on the website. Anyway, but this, you get a lot for what you pay for. It's probably like £2.40 or something. And I used it to make 2 ankle socks, and I still had about, a third left over. Admittedly, I did use another yarn, but that was just for the cuff and the heel and the toe. But yeah, you get a lot of bang for your buck. So highly recommend. Very, very, if you're into rustic yarns, this is definitely the one to go for. And, I only have one left over, and the third that I had left. And just assume that anything you see drops. I only have one more drops yarn to show, so I probably should have said this at the beginning. But all the drops wool I bought, I got from Wool Warehouse. Now, finally, I thought I'd save the best for last. This is Drops Nord. This is also another sock yarn and fast contrast from Fabel. This feels so good. I'm using it to make my petal drop socks at the moment, patterned by Florence Miller, handmade by Florence. This yarn is 45% alpaca, 35% polyamide, which is also nylon, and 25% wool. They come in 50 gram skeins, and it's 170 meters. I currently have one on a whip at the moment because, like I said, I'm making my socks, and this is the only other one I have left. It is a fingering weight yarn, and yeah, what I'm going to use it for is just the other sock I don't run out of yarn, if I don't run out of the other skein, which doesn't seem like I am going to, because again, I am making short socks. Yeah, and that concludes the drops version of this video. I mean, as a beginner knitter, having access to drops it's really good quality for what you get. And I wouldn't know much because up until this year, the extent of my knowledge was acrylic. That's it. So getting my hands dirty with all of these new wools, so I just can't stop caressing it. I love the way this feels. But yeah, getting to know all of these yarns and feeling them and getting to use them, at least it gives me an opportunity to find out what I like and what I don't like, etc. Okay, on to the next brand. We are going to be looking at Yarnsmiths. So, for those not in the know, Yarnsmiths is Wool Warehouse's very own in-house brand. And the yarns are, well, so far what I've used this, which is what I paired with my Drops Fable to make my socks, my ankle socks. This is the colorway Blueberry, and this is, I really should check this. And this one is some sort of country green. That's it. It's country green. Because I know they have a bottle, and I thought the yarn wouldn't, because I wanted to pair this with the Mohair that I showed you before. I didn't think that the bottle would go well with that, so I decided to go with country green instead, which I absolutely love. I loved working with this yarn. It is so soft, like baby soft. It feels so good. I was very nervous about working with finger and weight yarn initially, but because I'm not used to working with such small yarns, and also given that I only just, like, this was my second project since I picked up 2 needles. I thought it was going to be more challenging than it actually was. It's great. I'm not sure how many projects I intend to knit with finger and weight yarn, because it does take a while, but I welcome the challenge, because some of the finger and weight yarn patterns out there are just mesmerizing. But yeah, loving these yarns. I have nothing bad to say about them. They are just fabulous. Like, I can't stop squeezing them. They're so soft. I'm sorry. I'll take this seriously. Okay, so where were we? Yeah, so country green, blueberry. These are finger and weight yarns. And I have 2 of these because I wanted to make a jumper with it, actually. And the jumper required only 800 meters of yarn for my size, because it was I think it didn't require any ease. And so that would put me at an extra small or small, something like that. But typically I'm medium. But yeah, so I only needed 2 skeins of these. Now, I'm not sure I'm going to knit that jumper anymore. It's the Fabel jumper from, is it a Fabel jumper? I think it's a Fabel jumper. Or I will double check that. But yeah, it's a Fabel jumper. And yeah, I wanted to make it in this color. I probably still will, never know. The content is 75% merino and 25% nylon. And nylon is also another name for polyamide. And this is superwash, so you can actually put this in the washing machine. I don't intend to. I like to hand wash most of my garments. And it comes in 400 meters. Yeah, so I have 800 meters of that. This I used to make the socks I talked about, and I still have this much left, like so much. So who knows? I'll probably make another pair of socks in this color. Yep, that's it for these. More mohair. Yes, I do have a little bit more mohair. This one's from Yarnsmiths. It is quite similar in composition to Drops mohair. It is 74% kid mohair and 26% silk. And for 25 grams, you get 212 meters in a skein. I got the colors, this color is Claret Red, and this is Chocolate Brown. Now, I only have 4 skeins of each, because I think I said before, I really wanted to make the waffle sweater. And I noticed that quite a few people, it's supposed to be made 100% with silk mohair. But then I noticed that quite a few people were like adding like a fingering weight yarn. Hence why I decided to pick up this, so I could hold it together and you know, kind of make it. But then I don't think the chocolate is gonna, because I was gonna do like hold this together with that and then hold it with the chocolate brown. But unfortunately, I'm gonna lie to you, it's not looking how I pictured it. So this might not do. So I'm just gonna have to find another pattern to make with the chocolate brown mohair. Yeah, the chocolate brown mohair. But I do like the color combination of this, so I probably will get some more of the claret red and then use it to make my waffle sweater. That is, if my tastes don't change again. Yes, I am a fickle human being. On to the next one. Now this is the Yarnsmiths Nirvana yarn. This I'm very excited to use. I'm hoping to use it for, well, I haven't really thought about it yet, but I did like the colorway and how big it is, and it just looked like a fun yarn that I could use for something. And this is not going to contribute, probably not going to contribute to my me wardrobe, but maybe I'll find a place for it. This is 100% premium acrylic. This is probably like the first acrylic yarn I've bought since I started investing in natural fibers, but it's just too pretty. So I got that. And it's quite large. It's 150 grams and you get 375 meters for 150 grams. I have 2 of these. Yes, I have 2 of these. And what was the colorway I got? Can't remember, but it's very fun since it's got pinks and yellows and I think a little bit of lilac, I think. Maybe a little bit of green. I don't know. Mine eyes doth deceive me when it comes to colors. So I try not to talk about colors a lot. I'm in the wrong business doing this if I'm not talking about colors, because yarn is mostly, you know, classified by color. But yeah, love this one. So, and I think it was pretty cheap. It was under $5, I think. So good quality. Now this I am very excited about. Just trying out, you know, something very new. I haven't checked to see if it does glow in the dark yet, but this is gonna glow in the dark yarn, and I just want to make like a little cute something that will just glow in the dark when I put my lights on. I don't know how it works, but it just seemed too intriguing to me to not get it. I think this is the only color it comes in. Face value, like this, without any special effects. It is white. It's 50 grams. Quite small for 50 grams, but it's quite weighty. It's 53 meters, and it is an Aran weight. Yeah, it's an Aran weight yarn. So, I mean, this is a 50-gram Aran weight ball. Yeah, ish, worsted Aran, but either way, still, it's even smaller than most DK 50-gram skeins. Nevertheless, yeah, can't wait to check it out. But I don't really have any plans. Again, this is one of the odd ones I bought, so this is just the only one that I have. I don't have any plans for it though. Okay, now this, I kind of went a little bit nuts with this one for good reason. This is the Yarnsmiths DK Merino, and I have a lot of them. I have so many. When I purchased this, at the time, This is a relatively new yarn. I think this was introduced like in November of last year. Like Yarnsmiths released this yarn. They released this yarn in November or October of last year. Can't remember. But yeah, that's when they released it. But then they had a sale through April, I think. Either April or May. And so you could get one skein of this for like $2.99 or $1.99 in pound sterling. And I was looking at many patterns that were, everything is DK. Seems like a nice way to knit at. And when I used to buy acrylic yarn, and the acrylic yarn I have left over, most of it is DK. So I was like, this is my sweet spot. And it's superwash. Mate, I went in. I got so many balls of these. It's ridiculous. But the colors are pretty, no? Especially this lilac one that I got. I think I have maybe 21 balls of this yarn. I have like 21 balls of this yarn. I have so many balls of this. But yeah, wait, let me just get to the specifics first. So it's the Yarnsmiths DK Superwash Merino. It's 100% merino wool. It is obviously DK, and for 50 grams, you get 110 meters. Now, I got some sort of pink color, and I only have one ball of each, I think. No, I have 2 balls of this red. I have 1 ball of blue, and I have 11 balls. Well, I made a swatch with one of these. So like I've got like half left. So I've got like 10.5 balls of this. This is for a very special project that I am working on in the very, very, very near future. Like that's going to literally be my next cast on. Very, very excited about it. So this I actually planned, and I'm going to follow through. I am so excited to work with this. And I made a swatch just to make sure that everything was, perfect. I'm very excited. These I bought because I was looking to make the Stitches sweater by Kika. And I wanted to make them in this, like these would be the accent colors. And one of the whites would be also one of like the smaller colors. And then the main color was going to be like some pistachio ice kind of thing. I actually bought the cotton merino with the hopes of pairing that with all of these. But then when the cotton merino came, it was a very different size and texture to this. So I figured maybe this might not be the time to do that. I've got 4 balls of this green. Can't remember what I needed 4 of them for, but I've got 4. And since I'm now in my green era, I'm pretty sure I can find something to knit with them. Now, for this one here, I have 21 balls of this lilac, and to pair with my Misty Lilac Mohair, it goes great. This, I actually I'm torn between making either the Arctic Light Sweater by, again, Kika. Well, actually, both patterns I'm going to make, I'm going to mention are by Veronica Lindbergh, aka Kika. I wanted to make the Wishbone sweater, which is just like this jumper with like elaborate cables that just look fantastic. Or the Arctic Light sweater, which is like this classic cabled cropped jumper type-ish thing. They're both fantastic. But half of the 21 balls is also for a friend. But they're in 2 minds as to whether they still want this lilac color. So, we'll see how that goes. But for now, I do. This is the yarn that I have the most quantity of, like this. That said, this yarn is probably my favorite yarn so far. Like this ball of yarn, this green DK Superwash Merino wool. What I'm holding now, I love it. I just want like 10 different jumpers with this yarn. And I know I'm relatively new to, the different yarns and whatnot, but that's the whole point of me making these purchases, just to see what's around and what's available, what's cheap, what's not, what's durable, what's not. And I know I'm saying I'm loving all of this. I like the way it knits. I like how it feels in my hands when it knits. And I've not put it to the wear test yet. But for now, I think this is winning for me. I love it. I absolutely love it. And thus concludes the Yarnsmith section of the tour, I think. Okay, so next up, we have King Cole's Luxury Merino DK in the color Autumn Leaves. Thank goodness they actually write the color on the yarn, on the label. Yes, I got this. I've got 10 balls of these. At the time, I think there was like a sale at Wool Warehouse. I also got this from Wool Warehouse. At the time, there was a sale, and if you purchased like a certain amount, like it was 20% off or something. So I actually managed to get 10 balls of these for like £30, I think. It's really good. Anyway, I got the color Autumn Leaves. I actually purchased this yarn. Wait, let me read off the stats first before I start going into stories. It's 100% Merino superwash, so that means you can put it in the washing machine for 150. Wait, this is a 50-gram skein. Yeah, it's a 50-gram skein, and for that you get 153 yards. I got the color Autumn Leaves. The reason I bought this actually was because I was watching another knitting podcaster, a knitting channel. I've been keeping this, when they come, I haven't actually played around with the yarn. So when I bought it, it came with this yarn, and I feel like it's shed onto all the yarn ones. And I'm just out here just picking. This is so reminiscent of my other video where I was picking pills off my jumper. But anyway, maybe it's because the lights are so bright, I can see all of the white stuff on it. Anyway, I was watching another knitting channel. This is Handmade by Kay. And she had just acquired a bunch of this yarn in like a burgundy or like a claret. And I saw it and I was like, oh my God, that's fantastic. This looks great. So I got myself some in Autumn Leaves, this color. And she recently, as in probably, I don't know when this video is going to go up, but as of July, she knitted a Monday sweater by Potato Knit with it. And it came out so great. I was so worried because I was like, oh, I need some mohair to go with this. And when this came, I've been searching for mohair, like kid silk mohair to pair with this. And I can't find any color to go with it. It's some sort of burnt orange, but there's no burnt orange anyway. It's all electric orange or like some, like the claret color that was Yarnsmiths. It's all a bit up in the air. So I'm looking for if anyone can recommend some mohair to the 3 people who know about knitting who are going to watch this. If you can recommend some mohair to me, I'll be very excited. I'll be very grateful. But yeah, I got 10 of these with the hopes of knitting the waffle loop sweater with this from Other Loops. Yeah, that jumper. I really want to knit that one. And that was going to be like my autumn jumper, hence Autumn Leaves. And yeah, that's it for this one. Okay, and thus concludes the tour section of this video. Thank you for sticking through it with me. I really want to apologize for that whole Drops Lima Yarnsmith Merino DK snafu. I can't believe I went through that entire section and did not clock that I had a Drops Lima ball in front of me rather than the Merino DK. As you can see, they look quite similar. But yeah, sorry about that. I can only apologize. And short of shooting the entire thing again, as you can see again, they look very similar. I just didn't have it in me to do that. So just please accept my apologies. And for the occasional siren you might have heard, I do live very close to a main road. So, you know, loud. But that said, I now have a filled out spreadsheet of most of the yarns that I currently have in stock. And that means that from now on, all I have to do is just refer to this and keep adding to it, you know? So productive today. Who knew playing with yarn would be able to achieve such a feeling? Anyway, you might notice that there's 2 extra bags here that are filled with yarns that I did not talk about today. Now I did film myself talking about these, but I thought the video would be way too long. Like we're reaching like into the hour and a half here. So I'm gonna dedicate an entire video to those ones. Those are my yarns from Temu and AliExpress. Now I do have quite a bit to say about them, so I'll just, you know, keep that for another time. And then, yeah, we can go in depth on those. But for now, I'm just going to admire the fact that I've been able to pack all of these so neatly and organize them into these bags. Like when I was putting them into my cupboard, it just felt like I was playing Tetris. It felt like Tetris to me. I was like, yes, I can shove these in and they fit perfectly and there's so satisfying. Yeah, I feel like I've achieved something here. Even if it is just, you know, being able to organize my yarn. But anyway, I'd really like to thank you for giving me your time and, you know, spending your time with me, really. Sitting here chit-chatting about yarn. And so if it's something that you liked, if you like the video, do leave a like. If you have anything to add, I mean, I was serious about that, you know, the mohair suggestions. If anybody does have any suggestions for the mohair to go with the autumn leaves, please do leave a comment because that would definitely help me out. And if it's something that you want to keep on watching, if this is the sort of content that you like, please do consider subscribing so that you can have access to more of the content that I make. Yeah. Now, yeah. Again, thanks for spending your time with me, and until I see you again, have a good one.